Greetings, everyone. I am F. Keith Slaughter, Senior Servant of the Beloved Community Church of Atlanta. Our ministry began 5 years ago with a few dedicated souls who were dedicated to serving our people and worshiping our God. We are a small church. However, since we began, we have slowly grown from a mere idea into a thriving, busy, and dynamic presence in the Pittsburgh community of Atlanta, Georgia. The coronavirus pandemic indelibly altered the work of our ministry. The food and resources gap between the poor and others has widened right before our eyes. As the world around us changed, we recognized the need to expand our already established food pantry to include a food sharing component for children and adults in our community. We now serve hot meals, sandwiches, snacks, and beverages 3 days a week and provide emergency food pantry access throughout the week. The times required that we expand our capacity to serve, but we had inadequate facilities needed to do the work. To that end, we recently acquired a historic Pittsburgh landmark formerly known as Little Zion Baptist Church. Our plan is to transition our food pantry and resource brokerage center, including a new day shelter component, into the Little Zion Annex of the Beloved Community Church. We need room to grow, and I need your help to make it happen. The food pantry will give community members and their families access to nutritious food in a clean and healthy environment. The Resource Brokerage Center will connect persons to information and benefits available to them, while the day shelter will create space for showers and personal care, cell phone recharging stations, and other help for our unsheltered sisters and brothers. So here's the ask. I'm asking you to be mindful and prayerful around your possible role in helping us to take care of some good people who need to feel the experience of human love, care, and compassion in the midst of their struggle. After considering the possibilities, I ask that you would share your best gift with us to help us renovate the building, put on a new roof, replace the damaged flooring, and rebuild the handicap ramp to make it a bright, healthy, secure space for healing and restoration to occur. I believe that this is good ground. Won't you help us by investing in making Dr. King's vision of the beloved community a blessed reality? You can help us by cash apping us at $the beloved community. You may also go to my website, Dr.FKeithSlaughter.org, and make a PayPal donation. But however you give, make sure you give to this good and worthy cause.
I can't sit at the seat of the scornful. Run away, run away, run away. Those wolves in sheep clothing. Come on, run away. Take back what you stole from me. Compensate. They keep lying, man, and I can't relate. Run away, run away, run away.
Mr. Slaughter D called me Trap Pastor. I talk slow, but you know I rap faster. That right. Hard rhymes, I'm as serious as cancer. Recognize you ain't a slave, you a master. Came here on the bottom of the boat. That right. Can't flow, so I had to backstroke. Coming up on the verses that I wrote. Every day I slang hope, not dough. Black excellence, down with the team. Malcolm X's nightmare, Martin Luther's dream. Fight the power, can you feel what I mean? Like Rock Kim said, I'm a microphone fiend. Came south on a special invitation. I say a word on the current situation. No delay, no more hesitation. All you fists up, take your preparation. Sucker. Y'all know what it is.
I can't sit the seat of the scornful. Run away, run away, run away. Those wolves in sheep clothing. Come on, run away. Take back what you stole from me. Compensate. They keep lying, man, and I can't relate. Run away, run away, run away.
Yeah, so you think you can run away from reality? You think you can run away from the problems? You think you can find yourself someplace else to go where there's no God? Hey man, wherever you go, God is already there waiting on you. So stop running. And if you gotta run, tie your shoes. Sucker.
Woo! Craig, I need the big picture, baby. What up, though? What up, what up, what up, though? Hey, volare. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on, sisters and brothers? Welcome to another episode of The Situation with your brother, Dr.FKeith Slaughter. I am one and the same human being, Dr.FKeith Slaughter. Welcome to the show. This is an intentionally Afrocentric live streaming infotainment variety talk experience. And I'm glad that you made it here today, February the 21st, the year 2022. And yes, you are still alive. So that's reason enough to give the Creator reverence, respect. Give it up for the Creator. Craig, can you make my picture big, please? I can't see me. And that's the only connection I have to reality. 'Cause you got me living inside a box. And when the box real look, it messed me up. There I go. Now I can see. All right, you good, Craig, this morning? You good? All right, man in the box, you all right?
I can't believe this shit.
Whatever the hell that was. So, you know what I wanted to talk to you about today? It has to do with, first of all, and I guess I'm working out in this forum, this format, something that I'm working on in another format, which is an article that I'm writing, right? And the name of the article I borrow from a famous and historical psychiatrist by the name of Dr. Kenneth Clark. Dr. Kenneth Clark, along with his wife, did those now famous experiments that, I guess, that proved that black children in particular preferred whiteness over blackness with the doll test. And the children, you know, the little girls, they preferred the white dolls over the black dolls, right? So he's famous for, he and his wife, for doing that. He was the former president of the American Psychiatric Association, the APA.
And Dr. Clark, yeah, that'd be dope. Put a picture of him. Dr. Kendall Clark, man. So he talked about the possibility of the modifiability of the human organism. The modifiability of the human organism is what he talked about, one of the concepts that he lifted. What he was basically saying or putting out there, or asking a question about whether or not people can change. Specifically, the question is built around the possibility of white people seeing themselves differently as relates to black people. Or will whites always find it necessary to adopt an oppressive approach to engaging black people? So I started writing this article wherein I borrowed that one phrase from a Clark text. And I also reached back and pulled another scholar, a psychiatrist by the name of Viktor Frankl. Now what's interesting, and Frankl and Clark, they both did their work back in the 50s and 60s and 70s, right? That was the height of their work. So I went back and I borrowed those concepts that were lifted by those particular psychiatrists, those particular scholars, academicians, because they were talking about the idea of nervousness. The term actually used is neurosis. Now, neurosis is no longer a term that is used by those who practice in the area of psychiatry, psychology, professional counseling. The term has fallen out of vogue. It's no longer used. It's been overtaken by the concept known as anxiety. You remember back when they said, I got to take my nerve pills? You remember your grandmama had to take nerve pills? What she was attempting to do is deal with anxiety, and this anxiety has some symptoms, some feelings that people actually have to deal with. It's intense, excessive, and persistent worry, and even fear about what's happening in the world and in the particular environment that you live in. And I'm getting different data as I collect the data. I heard a story today that says that reported anxiety, is up 5% from 2020 to 2021 among Americans. But what I'm reading from Frankl says that anxiety has been around for millennia. That people have always been anxious or nervous because there was always something major that people had to engage or encounter. So, yeah, black people, we feel more anxiety now, and we're committing suicide at a higher rate, while white people are feeling anxiety and they're killing at a higher rate, right? They're not committing suicide at a higher rate. They're committing murders at a higher rate, while black people are committing suicide at a higher rate. However, the whole idea of dealing with nervousness and anxiety, I think, has to be looked at from a perspective of groups. And what Frankl says is that there is a sense of collective anxiety. He called it collective neurosis, meaning everybody is dealing with the same condition now. but it's undiagnosed. We only see a 5% increase, but the majority of persons who are experiencing these symptoms of intense, excessive, and persistent worry and fear about everyday issues, that's impacting the majority of people in this world and in this country. It always has been, because there's always been some kind of traumatic experience that people have had to deal with. You think it's more stressful now than it was during the era of the enslaved? You think it's more pandemonium now than it was during the Black Plague and other plagues of death that encompassed Europe? I mean, human beings have had to deal with what are called the vicissitudes of life. Life has always been hard. And now, with the technology that is available to us, for some, it has become easier, but for others, even the technology has made people more anxious. And as we sit on the precipice of world war, yes, sisters and brothers, on the precipice of world war, I want you to be aware that what you're feeling is what everybody else is feeling as well. And so, as it relates to self-treatment for neurosis or anxiety, physical activity, trying to eat healthy, trying to go to sleep at a regular time. All these things help to lessen anxiety. But hell, the symptoms of anxiety is the fact that I ain't sleeping regularly, that I'm not eating healthily, that I'm not getting regular exercise because I'm anxious. And so, I would recommend also a sense of spiritual intervention, some prayer, some reflection, and some recognition of the fact that the Creator has always brought us through whatever we've had to encounter. And that's the situation. You want to know what the deal is. You want to know what the deal is. Good. I got on my favorite pair of shoes, my new favorite pair of shoes. Man, these shoes feel so good. It almost feel better than being barefoot. When you're walking, man, these shoes feel so good, man. I ain't gonna lie. I can't wait to get up in the morning just to put on my shoes. Just walk around. Just walk around with my shoes on. Butt naked with some shoes on. It's terrible. Yes, sir, that is so. I'm supposed to be telling you what the deal is. Okay, let me see here. My crack research teams did send me news this morning. I wanted. Yes, and I'm gonna get to the African news, but I wanted to hit some Ukraine news this morning, and I wanted to give you the latest on what's going on in Ukraine from CNN. These are the top bullet points as relates to what you need to know about what's happening in Ukraine with Russia. First of all, Uncle Joe has agreed in principle to meeting with Vladimir Putin as long as Russia does not further invade Ukraine. But y'all, I mean, I'm just asking you. This is just me asking you. Would you move 190,000 soldiers to the border and have another 35, 40, 50, 60, 70,000 that's moved into another country, namely Belarus, on the other side of the Ukraine, where you got a country flanked as well as a point of approach you have established? If you wasn't going to invade, why the military maneuvers if there is not going to be military action? Is it merely just for negotiation purposes? I don't think so. I don't think that amount of expense would be used if there was not a plan for actual warfare. We'll see. Well, the potential Biden-Putin summit was proposed by Emmanuel Macron, who is the French president, and comes amid renewed U.S. warnings that war, as I just said, is imminent. The meeting would occur after the U.S. Secretary of State and the Russian foreign minister meet, which is supposed to happen this Thursday. Ukraine says it recorded more than 100 truce violations in the east after a day of heavy weapons fire saw that fears of a Russian invasion mount. They are actually shooting at each other already. The Russians and the Ukrainians are exchanging fire and exchanging casualties as we speak. But war, all-out war or invasion, has not been declared at this present moment. They just at each other's border, kind of popping off at each other as they get an opportunity. So there is an imminence of war, and it actually ties into the original story that I was, my monologue, wherein I was sharing with you that people are feeling anxiety. Hell yeah, you ought to be, but if you're on the verge of World War III, you got to pay attention to what's going on in the world. That's why I always try to help you to understand the connections between what's going on the African continent and what's happening here. And so, you want to know what's happening on the African continent, and I'm going to tell you about that as soon as I can. There you go. Bam. There you go. Bam. So, this is some disturbing news, too. Start off with some good news. The president of Benin, President Patrice Talon, inaugurated an exhibition over the weekend showcasing 26 royal treasures that were returned by France. Okay, these items on display to the general public from on yesterday were returned after being stolen for nearly 130 years. All right, the French, when they invaded what is now known as Benin, which was a rich kingdom and empire, they stole, they ransacked, they pillaged, and they stole precious royal artifacts, took them back to France, and they've been there for 130 years. But the French passed a bill allowing Paris to return the artifacts to both Benin and to Senegal, both of which are French neo-colonial holdings and which were French colonies on the African continent. So Nigeria, economy grew faster than was forecasted by the central bank and the government last year after an expansion in the agricultural and the trade industries in the fourth quarter offset a sharp drop in oil production. And so the gross domestic product expanded in Nigeria, which makes its economy Africa's largest, the largest economy on the African continent. All right. Yes. But speaking of economies on the African continent, and I had no idea that this country was in so much debt and so much trouble. But Ghana, you know, we love Ghana. I've been to Ghana. I got people in Ghana. You know what I mean? Well, by the year 2000, the government of Ghana had borrowed so much that the country was in debt distress. That was 22 years ago. It then subscribed to what is known as the Heavily Indebted Poor Countries Initiative that was launched by the IMF and the World Bank. Consequently, much of the country's external debt, which is over $4 billion to the U.S., was written off by creditors. But by the time the initiative ended in 2006, Ghana's total public debt stock was only $780 million. But $700 million is 25% of their gross domestic product. And since then, the debt stock has risen 7,000%. And now, Ghana is in debt to the tune of $54 billion. That's 78% of the GDP, which is not sustainable. And so, you know, who knows? Could I say that economic collapse is imminent for Ghana? I mean, hell, it's already in debt up to the ceiling. It's going to be interesting to see how the West takes advantage of this fragile economic situation that Ghana finds itself in. And of course, you know that England, the US, and China are all heavily invested in Ghana. And so it's going to be interesting to see what comes out of that. Closer to home. Did you know, and Jason Fuller and Justine Canine of NPR are reporting, that the Pew Research Center went through U.S. Census data and found that the percentage of the black population who had migrated to the United States has more than tripled over the last 40 years. Have y'all noticed that? Did you notice that there's a whole lot more black people in the U.S. who are not, quote, freedmen or descendants of freedmen? Yeah, it's a whole lot of black folks here. 21% of black people in this country are now descended from people, or either from another country or descended from people who are from another country. Many of them from Ethiopia, Central African Republic, which the government did welcome, but also many from, of course, from Haiti and from Cuba and from Jamaica in the Caribbean. So, yeah, black folks are diverse. There is diversity even within blackness. And one of the best examples that we can point to people who are black, who are descended from people who are not from, who were not born in the U.S., the most visible person would be the Vice President of the United States, whose father is from Jamaica, right? So I think black people, we're going to have to get clear on what it means to be black, because trust me, blackness is blackness all over the face of the planet, because all over the face of the planet, white supremacy exists. And so wherever you go, black people have to fight that, which gives us all something in common. We got a common enemy, no matter where we go. So we need to get over the differences between us. Let's see. A black woman, y'all might not believe this. Yes, you would. Alexandra Jane from The Root is reporting that a doctor by the name of, let's see here, what's her name? Malika Mitchell Stewart, a medical doctor, got a check as she went. She was in Texas, and she moved to Texas to begin work at a hospital, a medical group in Houston, the Valley Oaks Medical Group. And when she got there, she got a $16,000 signing bonus. You know, they get that, so folks get down like that. So she went to go deposit. She wasn't like me. See, if I got a $16,000 signing bonus, I'm busting that check. You know what I'm saying? Taking that money, going home, putting it under my mattress like I tend to do. This sister went to Chase Bank to deposit her check, right, and to open up a new checking account. Well, the good people at Chase Bank decided they didn't want her money. They didn't believe that she was supposed to be there with a check that size. They didn't believe that her identification was correct. They didn't believe when the people who cut the check called and said that it was a legitimate check. They took her through the ringer. They took her down through there trying to cash a check, man. That she was supposed. And so guess what she did? Since they wouldn't cash her $16,000 check, you want to know what she did? She sued them for $1 million. And that's how you do that. Look, sisters and brothers, if whoever it is, man, y'all, whoever knocking, somebody get one of those. Y'all know I can't answer the door while I'm sitting up here. Y'all work with me. You know what I'm saying? Okay, this the mayor calling. Mayor Callie?
Hey, what's going on? I like Brother Mayor. I like that title.
Well, Brother Mayor, that's who you are. Look, let me tell you, you're on my show right now. You called me while I'm in the middle of doing my show, but I wanted to talk to you about something else. But you can say hey to the people. Y'all, ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers, the mayor of the city of South Fulton, my mayor, none other than Brother Mayor Khaled. Come out.
How you doing, beautiful people? Happy Black History Month. Happy Black History Month. It's so great to be on the most righteous talk show in Metro Atlanta. And I hope that you all will come out tomorrow night for our first in-person council meeting in 2 years in the city of South Fulton. We'll be at the Southwest Art Center off of Cascade Road, 915 New Hope Road. Come out at 4 o'clock. We're going to have music. We're going to have art. And we're going to have an amazing conversation about the future of the Blackest in America. Hope to see you there.
Hey, thank you, Brother Mayor. And if I may, I'm going to give you a call back in a couple of hours.
Will do.
All right, bless. See, you see that? You see how that went? Y'all still don't know who I am. Y'all don't believe. Y'all are not believers. Okay. Man, shucks. We can reach out and touch mayors. We can reach out and touch council persons, and that's what we do, because we the situation. What do you call it? The most righteous talk show? The most righteous talk show out? Yes. I like that. Yeah, it's the dopest show you never heard of, too. All right. But anyway, that sister, she's suing the pants off of Chase, and I'm going to hope she do. And if you got money in Chase, I suggest that you remove your money. That's how you help people learn lessons like that. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't Chase started off of slave money too? Ain't Chase, is Chase Bank connected to slave money? Hey Siri, is Chase Bank connected to slave money?
Okay, I found this on the web for is Chase Bank connected to slave money. Check it out.
I see it. First thing that pops up. America's second biggest bank, JP Morgan Chase, admits that it owns slaves. So now it all makes sense, right? Y'all be like, boy, that means something else. Hell yeah, on something else. All you gotta do is just Google it and Siri it. They'll tell you. Okay, that must be, Okay, that's the mayor that sent me the number and everything. Cool. All right. Yeah. Yeah, you already know how they get down, man. So that's a slave organization in the first place. You know, why do you put your money in a slave bank? Answer might be because all of them are slave banks. Not necessarily true. I take mine to Citizens Trust. That's a black bank. You could do the same thing. They have them in most cities now. Have since the late 1800s, actually. Poor black people, y'all be tripping me out. Let's see here. If you are looking for, and this is Atlanta news now, the famous Busy Bee Cafe as you drive west on Martin Luther King Drive, just past the Atlanta University, you easily could miss it, it says. The Busy Bee has been Atlanta's soul food restaurant since 1947. So what's the story? Well, I don't know the story. All I know, I ain't been to, you know what? I haven't been to Busy Bee since Busy Bee got famous. When Busy Bee was just regular and you could just pull up in there and get you some turkey wings with that gravy. You know what I'm talking about? I used to roll up in there heavy. And me and my people, you know, when I was doing my master's work at ITC, you know, that's where we went on to get something to eat. But now Busy Bee is like famous, and it ain't no fun to go there no more because people be lined up. Hell, it's like the slutty vegan. Hell, I ain't never had none of that because it's a line. If you want me to, look, you got to pay me to stand in line. I can't pay you to stand in line. I go get me some turkey wings, take them home. Or you can slide by Big Daddy, you know, that's another Atlanta favorite. It just ain't famous. That's a beautiful thing. Mayor Khaled, who I just got through talking to, says that he gonna change the name of Stonewall Tail. And that's a good Stonewall Tail Road out in what's known as the city of South Fulton now. Yeah, Stonewall Tail. We ought to be offended because it's named after Confederate General Stonewall Jackson. And so, yeah, they're going to change it to Bill Edwards Drive. No comment. No, we love Big Uncle Bill. Hell, why not? Maybe he won't be as mad as he been because Khaled defeated him. But I bet you if they run again and he beat Khaled, he ain't gonna change no road to Khaled Road. You hear about? Oh yeah, you sent me the story. You hear about this? Khaled want to change Stonewall Tail to Bill Edwards. He might well change to FKeith Slaughter. Hell. No, I ain't trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying, hell. Because all I was saying, if Bill run against Khaled next time and win, he ain't gonna change no road to Khaled Road. That's what's be wrong with black people in politics. You know, we be forgetting this stuff. People ain't gonna be nice to you when you be nice to them. So you got to play hard all the time. And you just got to grind people in the powder when you get a chance to get them. And can't give them no break. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's just me. Finally, I don't think I need to tell anybody that rent is up in Atlanta. You know, I got kids in my house that I've been trying to get rid of for the last couple of years. And we have discovered that rent is a whole lot higher than it has been. It's finally hit Atlanta in a way that, but you know, hell, rent has always been high in Atlanta to me, but now it's a lot more difficult to find a place to stay now. Rent has increased over 20%.
Why?
Hey, cause they can. That's why. And that's what the deal is. When we return, I got special guests in the studio, all of which we will kick it with in a minute. Special guests on deck. And my sister, she rolled back around, and I really appreciate her for, she been waiting for a whole week, been sitting outside in her car, waiting to get on the show. And I appreciate you, sister. And the people from the food pantry been feeding her, and she looking good. It don't look like she been in the car no week. Doing good. All right, so when we come back on the other side of the break, y'all know I just be jiving. Hell, y'all, usually I'm sitting up in this room by myself. I just be trying to make myself laugh. You know what I'm saying? So y'all work with me. Who is that up under me, man? That's Brooke Alford, okay. Atlanta's own Brooke Alford, the vocalist, the violinist, friend of the situation. You got to call her, gosh, everybody getting big, they start off kicking with me, then they get real big and they be acting like they forgot me. Don't make me start talking bad about you, you know what I'm saying? Because I do it. I be blacking the man with more of the situation, but what you do is tell your people and your people's people about the dopest show that they never heard of, what Mayor Khaled calls the most righteous show on the radio, on the TV, on the internet, wherever you catching this at. It's The Situation. Go to trappastor.com. That's trappastor, TRAPPASTOR.com. Scroll to the bottom of the page and choose a platform, whether it be YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, or YouTube. Did I say YouTube already? I meant Facebook. And then, if you do it on the YouTube, make sure you subscribe, like, get the notifications, and, hell, make us your homepage. Whatever. I'll see y'all when I come back on the other side of the break. We open.
We're open.
Yes, we're open.
We are open, and Sandtown Pub is ready to serve you. We're taking precautions, wearing masks, wearing gloves, sanitizing, and practicing social distancing. We've even partnered with local leaders to hand out free masks. So stop by and enjoy our outdoor patio, dine in, call ahead for pickup, get Uber Eats and DoorDash delivery, or order online at www.sandtownpub.com.
Peace, family. It's your girl, Shelly Set with Sun Goddess Scents, your one-stop natural shop. We are located at 4140 Jonesboro Road, booth 225, inside the Forest Park International Discount Mall in Forest Park, Georgia. Come check us out. You can get your health and beauty items, aromatherapy, skincare, Pan-African apparel, and more. You can reach us at 404-434-7963 or sungoddess_scents on IG or sungoddess.scents on IG or Sun Goddess Scents like page on Facebook. Peace.
Hi, I'm Broderick Gooch.
And I'm Tian Gooch.
And we're Gooch's Goodies.
Here at Gooch's Goodies, we specialize in delivering smiles and satisfaction to your home with our high-quality food at affordable prices.
Our signature sauces and dishes will guarantee a flavor that your family will love, and that's a Gooch's Goodies guarantee. You can follow us on Facebook,
DoorDash,
and Grubhub. See you soon.
I always wanted to make some words up for that. Welcome back to the show. Thank you. That's all the applause I get, man. Hell, I've been around here, man. Hard as I'm working around here, I can't get but a little bit of applause. Anyway, what's good, sisters and brothers? We black. Welcome back to the situation. Intentionally Afrocentric live streaming infotainment variety talk experience. My first guest, I was just playing. She ain't been in her car since last week. I was just messing with y'all, man. Y'all know I be telling lies, so don't be listening at me. Anyway, my next guest, or my first guest, is a first-time guest on the situation. She is executive director of Sting Incorporated, winner of the 2020 Cobb County NAACP MLK Living the Dream Award, and author of the book College Funding Stories, Tips and Scholarship Lists. Ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers, please join me in welcoming my dear sister, Geneva Vanderhorst. With a T on the end. You know, I tell jokes and stuff, and I tell lies and stuff. So I know people probably say, when they say Vanderhorst, they be like, I know people do that, because there's a lot of people silly like me. You know what I mean? But that's how you stay young. Welcome to the show, dear sister.
Thank you for having me, Doctor.
It's my honor. It's my honor. You said you used to check me out in other spaces and places, and I appreciate that, and glad now that we got you.
Finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been checking you out for years, and I was wondering where you were. So I'm glad that
this is where I'm meals. And let your people and your people's people know, so people can get at me and kick it with me some more organic me, or more, I guess a little bit more open, a little bit more freedom to speak and say what I want to say like I want to say it. But I'm still the same.
Very comfortable.
Brother. Yeah, good. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you're comfortable. Talk about Sting Inc.
We created Sting Inc. It's a youth nonprofit program in August of 2009.
Okay.
We started in the Six Flags Drive community. That's what it was called then. It's now Riverside Drive. And we started in Kingsley Village Apartments and the South Cobb Recreation Center.
Okay, I know that area.
Beautiful. It's designed for middle and high school students, basically to help them and their parents navigate through the school process and decide.
There's a lot of black people out there. That's what people got to understand.
Yes.
It's a lot of black people.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
one of the best views of the city of Atlanta can be found from that place.
Beautiful view. Yes, up that little hill, you see the whole skyline of Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Well, STING stands for Steering Triumphant Innovators of the Next Generation. And we feel that it's our duty, our obligation to help our students. We realize that a lot of moms work, a lot of fathers are not in the home, and so we are that part of that village. And some of the things that we do, Doctor, are we have leadership sessions monthly. And those sessions include sessions on anti-bullying, anger management. We help them with career assessments. We bring them into areas where they can perform community service projects. And some of the other things that we do is we collaborate with other nonprofits. One of the major nonprofits in that area is We Thrive on Riverside Renters Association. That's headed by Miss Monica Delancey, who's a candidate for state representative.
Monica, that's the Monica Delancey to be on the show, right? Yeah, that's Courtney's. Okay.
She's
sister,
almost
okay.
one of our co-founders because she assisted us in getting our name out on the drive, as they call it.
Excellent.
So one of the things we do with that organization is we participate in their Toys for Tots.
Okay.
We also are members of several organizations in the area, the Austell Community Task Force, the Powder Springs Community Task Force, the Greater South Cobb Kiwanis, the Cobb Collaboratives, Mapleton Improvement Coalition. And one of the things that we do with the Greater South Cobb Kiwanis is we ring bells in front of Walmart for Christmas. So the young people, they earn community service hours. For Christmas, we sort of adopted a senior citizens community. And these are the independent living, not a nursing home set. It's Galleria Manor in Smyrna. And there we do things like movie night, spa day. We go over and teach these seniors how to use technology because, you know, all the seniors have these nice phones that their children give them.
That they don't know how to work.
They don't know anything about, you know, adding an emoji to the text and all that other
And that's
stuff.
really important.
It's very important. And the fun thing
Hell, I just
is
learned
that
how to do it my damn self.
the students gain a lot of satisfaction for helping, even though the seniors gain as well.
It's about developing relationships. So what I hear, Sting, what I'm hearing from your description, what Sting is it's just a high energy grassroots community development involvement situation.
We have a lot of moving parts.
Yeah.
We have a lot of moving parts because for Christmas, we give them a big party. We solicit donations and gifts. Our students perform. And I mentioned one of them to you who was actually mentored by Ms. Brooke Alford, Khalil Payne. Khalil Payne is a senior now at McEachin High School. He has mastered the cello and he has performed twice at Carnegie Hall.
What?
So Khalil's a big deal. We hate losing him, but he's done a lot of,
Well, he'll be a great ambassador for
absolutely.
for Sting. That's dope. That's great. We always like when people perform at a high level, but I would also imagine that there are many students who are benefiting, who may not be, quote, shining stars, unquote, but who benefit greatly from the relationships that are nurtured through your organization.
I agree because you sort of see them grow. As you mentioned, they're sort of shy. And by the time they're out of high school, they're beaming, they're bursting, they stand in front of a crowd comfortably. That's one of the things we like to ask our students to do when we meet. Everybody stands up, introduces themselves, says what grade they're in, what their future aspirations are, because you never know who's listening, who's in the room. We've had students get internships because they spoke out about what they want to do later.
And I think that's a skill also, a life skill that if perfected and if done in a way, you know, in a particular way, you're right, it can open doors for you. Just being able to introduce yourself with a sense of confidence can open doors and cause people to be interested in you and to take interest in your success when you're a young person. And I think, you know, I'm mistakenly, well, no, I'm not mistaken. Those are the kinds of things that you can learn from parents, but if parents are not let me see how I want to say this. If parents have not acquired those particular skills, then they're not able to pass them along.
I agree.
I was just, to be honest with you, I was thinking, would that kind of skill be necessary or helpful? Let's just say if I wanted to be a bricklayer. And I thought about it in my mind, I did the quick calculations like, hell yeah, because at one point or another, you might start your own bricklaying company and you're going to need to have communication skills other than basic levels to be able to negotiate the deals that are going to enrich you and your family. So yeah, everybody needs to know formal ways of communicating, and it's good to get it from people who love you, who are doing it in an attempt to nurture you instead of people who don't love you, who merely want to correct you.
I agree. That's why we call ourselves a village. Initially, we were just several grandparents who just grabbed back and helped the young people. But as we saw them grow, we saw them just turn into just blossom.
We know what we need stings all over the place.
I agree.
We need them. We need those kinds of organizations. Yes. And of course there are many different, maybe not styled or in the same way that Sting is, but black people doing our best to nurture our young people wherever they are. But at the same time, we must admit that there is a sense of tension and disconnect between the different generations, if you will. Older people seem to, quote, not understand youth, and youth think that old folks don't know nothing, that we just been hanging around with our fingers someplace for the last, for the last 50, 60 years. I just been sitting around, But however it goes, what I'm finding and what I'm learning is the best way to approach young people is to do so with respect and with an openness to learn just as much as you teach.
I agree, and we were young once. So that's one of the things we always remember, when someone comes in and for instance, they go off to college, they come back and they look different. Their hair is different color. They have the
septum ring.
They have a tattoo in different places.
And let's don't talk about the mother rings they be having.
They're learning who they are.
Lord have mercy. I'm like my daughter, my baby, why do you need the rings in you? Why you want rings in your where your babies might have to drink from? Why you need that ring? She ain't told me. I really didn't want to know. Anyway, that's my
form of expression.
My own
expression themselves.
I was like, the other day she was talking to me, and I don't know, she had something in her mouth. I said, baby, you ain't got now tongue ring, do you? She said, no, Daddy. I'm like, thank you. Thank you. Hell, I'm about to go into cardiac arrest around this.
That is too funny.
I can't take it. I don't need no tongue ring. Lord have mercy. So they didn't have tongue rings back when we was coming up.
No,
the worst thing that can happen is a dude get an earring.
Yes.
Now that would turn the whole neighborhood out in the church and get together and pray for you, But anyway.
Dr. Slaughter, I want to tell you about our flagship event.
What is the flagship event? That's what you came on here to talk to us about. Okay.
I just wanted to come and talk, period. I do that well. Oh, and also I want to mention that we do have a location in my hometown of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So we do have another location there.
So you from Baton Rouge.
I'm from Baton Rouge.
And your husband from Charleston.
My husband's from Mount Pleasant.
Right around that area.
And I'm from Baton Rouge, and I'm a Southern University alumni.
I don't know. Okay, you said Southern University alumni. Now, that's why you said Baton Rouge.
Yes, sir.
But if you hadn't gone to Southern, you would have said Baton Rouge.
Okay.
Yes, I'm lying?
You're right. I think I lost it over the years.
Okay.
I've been here about 30. Oh, gosh. I've been here since 1988.
Okay, yeah.
So I've lost
you done lost the rouge.
I've lost the rouge. But when I go home, I kind of slip
you
back
bring
into
it back. Thank you. That's all.
Yes,
I want to keep.
Yes. But one of the things we do, and we do this better than anybody in this state. We take students on a spring break college tour road trip.
Okay.
The last
it's about that time now.
Yes, sir. The last 2 years, unfortunately, we had to do it on virtual.
Yeah.
It wasn't the same thing, but it was good. So this year we decided, since there it is.
We had to pretend that the last 2 years were good, and I'm going to pretend with you. But ain't nothing like going to the actual campuses and see. I mean, I'm still not recovered from seeing. Well, let me say it like this. The Tuskegee campus, which is where I graduated from, Shaw was cool. UAPB, I don't even remember. I was drunk higher than most of the time when I first went to my first semester. I don't even remember that. But just for me, the experience of being in a space where you know that everything that works and runs does so at the behest of somebody black.
Absolutely.
And that's what empowers children, young people, and that's a beautiful thing. How long y'all been doing that?
Since 2010.
Okay, that's beautiful. Where do you go?
Okay, so let me go with this one right quick. So while I'm streaming this,
I know how it is. I've been talking and you've been lost what you was gonna say, and you be sitting up like
spring break for the Atlanta metro area is the first week of April.
Okay.
So we're leaving Saturday, coming back Saturday.
Okay.
We're going to DC.
DC.
We decided to go instead of the local colleges. We've gone all over Georgia, and when I say all over Georgia, Fort Valley, Albany State, Mercer, Savannah State, Georgia Southern, University of Georgia, Grinnell. I may have missed one. Oh, of course, Spelman, Morehouse, Clark. We've gone to all of those colleges, including Georgia Tech and Georgia State. This year, we decided, since we're coming out of the pandemic, we're going to Washington, D.C.
Okay.
We're going to, of course, while we're there, the National Museum of African American History is on the itinerary, Martin Luther King Memorial. But we're also going to Howard University, George Washington University. Then we're going to swing around to Morgan State University. We're going to go to, and we're gone all week. So we're also going to go to Hampton University, Norfolk State University, North Carolina A&T, Bennett College, Johnson C. Smith, and then we're going to do a little drive through Clemson. Now, one thing that's amazing so far.
I really hate that y'all ain't going to Cheney and y'all ain't going to Dale State. Why you up
we
there?
We don't have enough time. We'll catch you on the next D.C. trip. But the good thing is Senator John Ossoff is going to take a picture with us. He's already confirmed on Monday the 4th in front of the Capitol steps.
Okay, that sounds great.
We're waiting to hear from our other senators and representatives in that area. David Scott, Congressman Scott, Congressman Lucy McBath.
Who running? David Scott running. Well, he ain't running. He shuffling. I was done. I love old Uncle Dave, boy. I tell you.
He's done a lot for our district. He really has. And also Lucy McBeth, Congresswoman McBeth.
Gotta love
Congresswoman Nakima Williams.
Gotta love
and of course, Reverend Warnock. Those we're waiting to hear from their offices.
Yeah, they need to hurry up and handle that.
They have to hurry up because it's like
before I start talking bad about them around here.
But Senator Ossoff has confirmed.
Well, that's good. Okay.
So
that was something that you just said. Anyway, go ahead.
Dr. Slaughter.
What?
One of the things we do on our college tour is that we perform a community service project while we're there. So while we're in Charlotte, we're going to read stories to some daycare kids at a daycare, which we did in 2019 before when we were on the last college tour. So we always do something for the community while we're out. Thank you for. We want them to see us, see our children in action.
All right, that's dope. All right then, sis. So when y'all? Let's see. It's April the 2nd through the 9th. The spring break Black College Road trip.
There it is.
With a couple of white schools thrown in there just cause.
Well, we want to give them a variety.
Yeah, they need to see.
Schools. We go to technical schools.
Folks need to see everything so you can make your own decision, make your own choice as a young person. I just like folks to know, I just always remind people that when you send your money, when you send your child to a PWI, you also send your money to a white business, as opposed to sending your child to an HBCU. Then you send your money to a black business. It's your choice.
And we let our students know that when you attend a PWI, you're attending for 4 years. But the HBCU experience is for a lifetime.
Yeah, because they might shoot you. You try to come back on the campus after you graduate. All right, sis, how can people get in contact with you so that they can get in contact? Because I like this organization. I think it's great. I think Sting is great, and I think y'all doing some excellent work. How can people reach out to you? How can people support you? How can people make a donation to help this trip come together?
Thank you very much. My phone number is 404-625-6543. My email address is Geneva, GENEVA at STINGINC.org. Our website is also www.stinginc.org. Our Cash App is $Sting Inc. We are on Facebook, Sting Inc. We're on Instagram as well. And I wanted to leave you with my book. I'm going to autograph it for you.
Okay.
This book is amazing. I wrote it on.
You hear that well too.
Well, we read.
Because I'm a book hound. I be looking for them.
We created this book during the pandemic. There's stories of 25 individuals in here. You have college professors, ministers, regular jobs, I guess, individuals who have who give their story of how they funded their college education. There's a list of all the HBCUs.
You don't want to know how I funded mine.
You go to I'll put you in the next book.
Y'all don't want to know.
We have the list of all HBCUs.
Plenty nickel bags went to be graduated. You don't believe it?
No, I don't
Scott,
believe
no.
that. Is that true?
Nicks and dimes too. 20 sacks.
We also had a list of all the HBCUs, and we have some scholarship
That's good.
links to
That looks
scholarships
good.
in here.
Wonderful.
Yes,
That's
sir.
dope. All right, y'all. Y'all got all the information. Sting Inc., man. Make sure that you support this good and worthy organization who is helping our children navigate their way out of adolescence and teenagehood into adulthood. It's a beautiful thing, man. Put your hands together one more time, ladies and gentlemen, for our dear sister, Geneva Vanderhorst. I said that name, boy.
We have some seats available if anyone wants to send their children, grandchildren.
And there are seats available if you want to send your child off to D.C. Just tell them, please don't leave my baby in South Carolina. You know.
I got to say this, Dr. Slaughter. A lot of individuals have their children home for spring break. They're eating all their food, using up all the electricity. They bring their friends in, and they're slipping out. Come on, parents. Come on, grandma.
Yeah,
auntie,
send your kid
uncles.
to D.C. Yeah, no doubt. All right, y'all. When we come back, I got special guests in the studio who will be coming to the Black Supremacy Chair. Remember to support Sting Inc. My name is Slaughter. This is The Situation. We'll be back in a minute with more. Don't go anywhere.
If it makes sense, we have to go and do it, you know.
Hear what I man say. Right now. But each and every day I say, oh people now. Here I say, freedom. Rasta people them freedom.
We're open. Yes, we're open.
We are open, and Sandtown Pub is ready to serve you. We're taking precautions, wearing masks, wearing gloves, sanitizing, and practicing social distancing. We've even partnered with local leaders to hand out free masks. So stop by and enjoy our outdoor patio, dine in, call ahead for pickup, get Uber Eats and DoorDash delivery, or order online at www.sandtownpub.com.
Peace family, it's your girl Shelly Set with Sun Goddess Sense, your one-stop natural shop. We are located at 4140 Jonesboro Road, booth 225, inside the Forest Park International Discount Mall in Forest Park, Georgia. Come check us out. You can get your health and beauty items, aromatherapy, skincare, Pan-African apparel, and more. You can reach us at 404-434-7963 or sungoddess_sense on IG or sungoddess.sense on IG or Sun Goddess Sense like page on Facebook. Peace.
Hi, I'm Broderick Gooch.
And I'm Tian Gooch.
And we're Gooch's Goodies.
Here at Gooch's Goodies, we specialize in delivering smiles and satisfaction to your home with our high-quality foods at affordable prices.
Our signature sauces and dishes will guarantee a flavor that your family will love, and that's a Gooch's Goodies guarantee. You can follow us on Facebook,
DoorDash,
and Grubhub. See you soon.
I see it's all part of the plan, just so one can recognize the truth. Well, here I am. There's no one here to save you besides yourself. It's up to you to redeem your spiritual wealth. Reject and accept you to fall you astray, but the choice is yours. So what you waiting for? I've been running almost half my life, trying to hide just what I feel inside. Took me till now just to realize it's all a part of me. I am the heart of it. I've been running almost half my life, trying to hide just what I feel inside. Took me till now just to realize it's all a part of me.
we're still part. Each man deserves respect and to get an equal share. Until you're giving him that, there will be no peace. Brothers gonna work it out. Brothers gonna work it out. Brothers gonna work it all. Brothers gonna work it out. We must all join hands. Brothers gonna work it out. Across this land in peace. Brothers gonna work it out. Love, truth, and understanding. Yeah. Brothers gonna work it out. Instead of brother turning on sister, sister turning on brother. How we gonna get it together? Being against one another, yeah. Let's live up so high till your world is turned to stone. How do you deal with the truth when reality is on? Brothers gonna work it out. Brothers gonna work it out. Brothers gonna work it all out. Brothers gonna work it out. Stop the business of hustlers for pushing man. Fight where you can. Open your ears and eyes to the fact. It's truly holding you back.
Oh yeah, it's 110 degrees in the shade. You hear what I'm saying? I'm talking about some serious heat. It's hot. Might think I'm joking, well I'm not. I'm making fruit salad to wet my palate. A blessed divine of the fruit of the vine, and Lord blessed be the fruits of the tree. Our passion for fruit, how we enjoy you. Like guavas, pineapples, bananas, limes and apples, lemons and pears, persimmons, tangerines and watermelon. Oh, I love them. Honeydew, mangoes and cherries and grapes and sweet and sour, sour fruit and kiwi, cantaloupe and tomatoes too. Raspberries, blackberries, oranges, grapefruit and muscadine, passion fruit, papaya, tamarind, strawberries too. Plums, lemon, pomegranates, peaches and apricots and nectarines and scuminons, cranberries, avocados, star fruit, blueberries on the side. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. I don't know if you hear me. It's hot. You might think I'm joking, well I'm not. I'm making fruit salad to wet my palate. A blessed divine, all the fruits of the vine. Oh Lord, blessed be the fruits of the tree. fruit salad to red my palate. Oh, and don't forget to plant your seed. I'm making fruit salad. Yes, I'm making fruit salad.
Hybrid work is better with Lucid, the visual collaboration suite. Brainstorm visually on an infinite canvas. Identify your team's best ideas. Share, comment, collaborate. Discover opportunities, spot problems, draw conclusions, make decisions, and win over stakeholders to get your work.
Keep it down. I don't know. Keep it down. Stardust and clay in my brain. To your ways, fumble ways. So cute. Fuck around me with them now shiggies. Hurt in my teens, trying to say if you fake it, baby. Dante's empty my sparkle with a light up the dark. I'm busting open this box, it's in the child unlocked. We can't deep into it, sink it to it. Got a road with the balls, build up through it. It's the eyes and the shine. It's a count of the one. Time to rub my booty. Yeah. His new season, don't want to read this. Nah, seeds were just planted, just need the rain, but I won't keep you lying. I'll go sit in that lap, looking right back. Bit in my bag, I'm in my bag. I need a real bag. All in that, yeah, you all in that, yeah. Wow. I got what he need, his new season. Don't wanna be this wrong. Seeds were just planted, just need the rain, but I won't keep you long. I'll go sit in that lap, looking right back. She all in her bag, need a real bag. I need a real bag. All in that, yeah, I'm all in that, yeah.
taught the babies right from wrong. Growth is so character, this you should manifest. There's even beauty to be found in the growth process. It brings about your best, yeah, about your best, yeah. You can't achieve perfection by taking off and running. So be in love with who you're becoming. Be in love with who you're becoming, yeah. So be in love with who you're becoming, with who you're becoming, yeah. With who you're becoming, yeah. Beauty of you becoming the more beautiful you. The beauty of you becoming the more beautiful you. The beauty of me becoming the more beautiful me. The beauty of me becoming the more beautiful me. You can't achieve perfection by taking off and running. You can't achieve perfection by taking off and running. You can't achieve perfection. You can't achieve perfection by taking off and running. So be in love with who you're becoming. So be in love with who you're becoming. 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 Yeah. That's how the story goes. I hope you listen closely. And that's a wrap.
Hello? Hello? Is anybody there? Talk to me. Oh, yeah. Welcome back to the show, man. I gotta wipe my mouth, man. I've been having a little Sandtown pub break. I'm talking about Sandtown pub, the place I like to eat, the place I like to drink, the place I like to meet. Sandtown pub open 7 days a week, man. And we getting ready to start our thing back up. You know, it's been fits and starts, but we're gonna start off with one Saturday a month. I think the second Saturday. That's back when we used to do it. I think we're gonna start back on the second Saturday of the month with brunch with your brother. And I'm working on special guests to be with me for that experience that's going to be happening at Sandtown Pub, 5819 Campbellton Road in the city of South Fulton, right down the street from the city called the A, right across the street, actually, from the city called the A, right off of Camp Creek in Campbellton. So y'all get ready. The second Saturday, brunch with your brother is back on. And I'm gonna be having like special guests come through and kick it with me, and we're gonna have discussions like we used to do, and you know, kick it up like we did pre-COVID days. Okay? Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's you. That's you, bro.
Yeah.
All right. Look here, ladies and gentlemen. My next guest is the founder of the Julian K. Smith Foundation, and he's a member of the greatest fraternity ever in the history of the known universe. Ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers, please put your hands together for my dear brother Julian K. Smith Jr. Respect, black man, respect. What's going on, brother? Brother Smith?
I'm glad to be here, bro Slaughter.
Hey, man. I'm feeling your outfit, man. You got the dope Omega Psi Phi 100-year centennial golf shirt. Excuse me. Golf shirt on, you know what I mean? It's so dope, make me sneeze, man. You know what I'm saying? But that's dope. What you doing with that shirt? Where you get that shirt from? You hit somebody in the head, took it from them?
Oh, hey, you already know, just coming through. Had to represent strong, and hey, I definitely had to pay respect to you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Truly living the creed of what it truly means to be thoroughly immersed in the true Omega spirit. And I'm just glad to be here with you and work with you in the vineyard.
Thank you, brother Julian K. Smith, man. Where you from, brother?
From Decatur, Georgia.
You're from the deck?
Yes,
okay.
Straight from the deck.
Okay, you got that good deck spirit about you. That's a beautiful thing.
That's right, baby.
Where did you attend undergraduate?
Undergrad, I went to Bethune-Cookman.
Okay.
And I was there from 2003 to 2008. Got a trumpet scholarship there, majoring in accounting. And after that, I traveled the world performing trumpet, and I pledged the frat 2010 at 8 Omega.
I know Ada Omega and some good brothers at Ada Omega. Reverend William Strickland.
Yes, sir.
Is a good friend of mine who operates out of that chapter. I gave Ada Omega like half the money like twice. Ada Omega just take my money and give me nothing back. Bruh's dirty, man. Bruh's like, Negro, I know you made your down payment. we appreciate that down payment. Anyway, tell me this, man. What is in the water in Decatur that puts out so many dope musicians? What is it?
I think it's with the schools. You know, the band programs and you know, we always had the marching bands and that just turn it out.
Yeah. I mean, what's Ryan Kilgore? You know, he's a friend of the show and been through and always kick it with us, man. He's of course, extraordinary saxophonist and stuff. You didn't have to bring your horn, did you?
I got to, yeah.
You bout it,
bruh.
You bout it. I ain't mad at you, man. But look, check this out. Talk to us about the Julian K. Smith Foundation. Now, you're Julian K. Smith Jr., which most likely means that Julian K. Smith Sr. was your father.
Exactly.
Okay, talk about the Julian K. Smith Foundation.
Well, first I have to start with my dad, Julian K. Smith Sr., who was an Omega man, a church man, an educator. And he just set a foundation that he passed in 2019.
I'm sorry to hear that, brother.
And right now I'm a middle school history teacher at Matt Middle School. And now more than ever, I see the importance of fathers and men being in these boys' life. And so my intent when I started the foundation was if these boys, they didn't have no connection to a man, like they could see my connection. And also to inspire other men that have they father to embrace that legacy, even if it's not what you want it to be, but to celebrate that. But what we do is I got a full scholarship to college, so one of my things is helping these young kids get scholarship to college. I also box, so we teach character development through boxing, and also like the sister that was here teaching history through travel.
Okay, that's dope, man. How long has that?
Since 2020.
Since 2020, you just started the next year. That's a beautiful thing. That's a wonderful way to remember one's father who was as great a man as your father was. That's a beautiful thing. It made me think about trying to pull together some kind of foundation to honor my dad. That makes a lot of sense. That's a way, I think, to keep the not only the memory alive, but also to kind of transfer some of those life skills, some of that heritage.
Yes, sir.
Some of that heritage. Because there's a way in which, man, we, through our interaction with each other, we pass along information, right, that might not be necessarily spoken. Because, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you, brother. What I'm feeling off of you is like, and I was thinking, I was like, that's that boy, that's that main daddy spirit that's on him, that animates him, and that. Talk about your daddy. What was your daddy like, man?
He's a strong Southern man from Sandersville, Georgia.
Sandersville, yes, sir.
So he came up, one of the first in his family to come up to Marge Brown.
Yeah.
Got educated, Atlanta University, and the fact of how much dignity that he exuded was like, and he truly personified all of our.
Alpha Seed, bro.
No, he started Alpha Seed, but he finished the 8 Omega. So really exemplifying manhood, scholarship, perseverance, uplift, and so he set that standard that I'm doing my best to build on. You know, keeping a good name. And as you know, with our boys, even the concept of manhood is something that we just gotta. You already know.
Well, I think we're at a point where manhood is being redefined, and we just got to get in the conversation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And kind of lay down what it really means. You know, another great Decatur resident. What's that dude named from Decatur? Damn. You know the dude slid down the pole to the devil. What's the dude name? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
A rapper?
Yeah. Lil Nas X. Okay. All right. All I'm saying is Lil Nas X don't get to define what black manhood looks like.
That's right.
I went the long way after. Let me be clear. What I'm saying is, you know, Lil Nas X don't get to do that. No. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got nothing against Lil Nas X, but what I'm saying is that okay, let me say it like this, because I want to be right and true and real with what I say. That is not to say that there are not black men who do represent their manhood in that way or ways that are similar to that. Because I'm very clear that we need everybody. We can't throw nobody off the boat. You know, we all got to be fighting for our freedom. We all got to be fighting for our liberty as a people. I'm clear that, you know, we all on the same boat, and yeah, it's some people drilling holes in the boat while some patching the boat up, but we still on the same boat. You know, some people twerking on the boat, some folks try to build on the boat. I don't know. I just think that what black men need is an example in this day and age that I think that at least harkens us back to a time when you know, when you knew a dude was a dude, you know, at least
a man's man.
You know, I mean, I try to be sensitive in these conversations, you know, because first of all, because I genuinely love all black people, and I don't like to make nobody black feel uncomfortable unless you're working against black people. Now, if you're a black person that's working against black people, then I'm against you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if you're a black person that love white people too much, then I'm against you. Yeah. But, you know, if you're a black person and you love black people and you want to see us get free, you want to see our children supported, you want to see our women defended, then, okay, I'm with you no matter how you present. Yeah. You can have a one-leg leotard thong, you know, with some B cup. If that's what you want, that's how you get down. Do your thing, boo boo. No.
Yeah. And they go back to us.
Let's talk about it, bro. Cause manhood. Okay, this is what I say. This is how I define it. And I know this is very general, but my son is a 2019 puppy dog.
Okay.
Little Morehouse puppy, little side chapter puppy dog.
Okay.
He a dog team. He dog team roof. But I always said to him, when we talking about, man, I use a general outline. I say, okay, a boy need other people to take care of him. A good boy can take care of himself.
Yeah.
But a man take care of himself and other people as well. And so that's my general, so I guess you can take care of yourself and other people in a pink sequins thong.
It's okay. What's wrong, dude? That's what the song say.
So I know you put the picture up a little bit earlier. Put that picture back up if you can, Craig. Who are those young people that you're with in that picture, bro?
In that particular picture was at Barack Obama Elementary in DeKalb County. And as I'm a trumpet player, and one of my services is I provide trumpet coaching for students. And that was at a band.
I was looking at your lip, bro. I was like, either that bro drank a lot, or he played the trumpet, or both.
I like to say on stage.
But you have preserved your. A lot of trumpet players, man. Their lips will have some kind of disfigurement, and I do see a little puffiness. And that's one of the side effects of the craft when you get down on the craft like that.
We put time in.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. And on that manhood, I do think that we do need a standard, and a standard that's okay. Look, that's your alternative, but this is the standard.
Yeah, again, with my attempt to be sensitive to people and to be open to all people who want to get down. But I agree with you, though, right?
Yeah, I understand.
It ought to be a certain. We ought to be able to say that there's a standard that ought to be observed. I don't think that's too hard.
No, that's fair. That's just.
Yeah.
And as a middle school history teacher, like that was my first year in the middle school classroom, and I see what's going on.
And you work with 6th to 8th graders?
Well, I just 8th grade.
Just 8th grade,
I teach, at McNair Middle School. And so what they see as manhood is it's cloudy.
Yeah.
Very emotional. Very.
What do you do though what do you do when you have boys that are raised primarily by women? Because women raise or mothers raise their daughters to be mothers. Mothers raise their sons to be sons. So where does the manhood training come from? Where does that component come from in this day and age with, over 75 to 80% families being headed by, single mothers?
I think that's a beautiful one. One of the things that just also attracted me to the frat was that the potential of us with our first principle of manhood, operating these after-school programs, doing what you are already doing, supporting brothers that's actually doing things in the community that's especially rooted in our culture of red, black, and green. That is something that we continuing to support like-minded with similar aspiration and us just continuing to live our creed. I think that that's on the organization level, and I think too it's just being around and like you mentioned about being, if we will, sensitive. But once they see better, once we start celebrating the people, okay, it's not just about getting a record deal, but if you was able to make it through college and come back into your community, and that individual should be celebrated and continuing to celebrate the success that they do achieve when they do something right, instead of soon as they mess up, now all of a sudden here comes the band of angels trying to rescue the angel, or unfortunately too many mamas crying at funerals. They know the boy was, and then now now they got him with the angel wings on the t-shirt. Yeah. And so it's real about how we address these real situations with real solutions. So that's the reason why I realized, okay, I was already doing the work, but I realized that, wow, I might need to go ahead and start an organization to help partner with and be a arm, in particular South DeKalb and the west side of Atlanta.
And that's what we need. Again, we was talking with Sister Geneva earlier about Sting. You doing a similar thing, but coming from your own particular perspective, as a man of Omega, as a black man, as a talented and a gifted brother who can see talent and gifts in others. And that's, again, the work that we need. So often on this program, Brother Smith, I get the opportunity to just say, we are doing the work. When people say, like when you came up and you said, Slaughter, thank you for doing the work. Well, let me say to you, brother, thank you for doing the work. And when we say that black people, I get tired of folks saying, black people ain't doing this. And yes, we are. Right. Yes, black people are reaching out to young black people. Yes, we are mentoring. Yes, we are paying attention to people who may only have one parent in the home. We are doing that. Yes, we just need to keep on doing what we're doing, acknowledge those who are doing the work, celebrate you. You see what I'm saying? And keep it moving. We don't need to be having conversations about what we ain't doing. We need to talk about what we are doing and celebrate that.
Right on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got brothers and sisters?
I'm the only one.
Okay. Yeah. And did your mother still live?
Yeah. She going strong. Willeen White Smith. And she's also a Morris Brown College graduate but she fighting strong to help Morris Brown.
Yeah.
So that's all.
Man, I'm really wanting Morris Brown to fully bounce back. I ain't gonna lie, because I really want a job. But but I mean, for real, I think that it's important for black people, black youth, because I'm really interested. I'm a seminary professor now, but I really think that when higher education begins is when black people need to learn black psychological theory. I don't think we need to wait till we get into a specialized school or specialized professional school before we expose to basic black psychological theory. Because if you can't understand yourself, and if you can't understand yourself as it relates to what's going on around you, then everything else, use one of your words, becomes cloudy. If you ain't got clarity about who you are, what your heritage is, who your people are, what the contributions have been made. I don't even have, we have Black History Month, we celebrate it, but hell, we do Black History every day, man. Ain't nobody waiting for February to celebrate Black History Month. It's an everyday thing. We just get a chance to rub it in white folks' face this month.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's for everybody else.
Because if you study Black history, what you discover is, hell, if you white, you get mad because everything black people invented. Everything in this country, from the attaching your soles to your shoes to the light bulb up over your head. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. They won't have no music.
Yeah. I mean, everything. Hold on, I'm supposed to get Hey there, I'm almost finished with the show. Everything okay? Okay. Right now? All right, I'll be out there. All right. Lord have mercy. All right, sorry about that, bruh.
Hey.
I be doing a whole bunch of things and a whole bunch of stuff be going on, man. You know, while we talking about life and living, it's people that's dying. You know what I mean? So we just pause and send up prayers for Mama Lou, who is Lucille. Her name is Lucille Grant, and she's struggling to hold on to life right now, and it's real tough. I want to just say, while Mama Lou is alive, that you know, I named her Mama Lou, right? But Lucille Grant was a great advocate for black youth in New York City.
Okay.
She worked particularly with black teenage mothers to give them the opportunity to become professionals, to obtain education, and to get the life skills that they needed to engage life in New York City. You know what I'm saying? She went to jail for being supportive of Floyd Flake, who was the congressman and who was her pastor. She marched with him and ended up putting a job on the line to stand for black people's issues. Brave. And you know, but Mama Lou is very, very, very sick right now, and she's so that was what that call was about. That's why I take it whenever I get a call from her daughter, because I know that she's not well right now. Mama Lou is the greatest, Lucille Grant. And the thing about it, she had her oldest child when she was 16. You know, and so what she did was help other young mothers catch a grip, so they didn't have to go through what she went through.
Affectionately known as Mama Lou.
Lucille Grant. Dear Sister Geneva, and now our brother Julian K. Smith Jr. It's nothing like seeing black people do what has to be done for our own people. And of course, though, to whom much has been given, much is expected. So you're really just doing what it is that you've been groomed to do your entire life.
Truth.
Yeah. And it's a beautiful thing when you get a chance to do it.
Yes, and I also just want to also uplift the intergenerational, that's a piece how you talked with Sister Geneva about, you know, I like to say the Moses generation, the Joshua generation, that now is our time more than ever for Moses generation. Hey, go ahead, teach, pass the baton. Don't wait till.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
You know, we got to pass it on and let these young people lead, man, because that's just what time it is, brother.
And we gotta be and you gotta be humble enough to know that just because you got a cell phone, don't mean that old wisdom ain't tried and true.
Right, no doubt about it. No doubt about that. You can have, I say it all the time, it just could be a smartphone or it could be a dumb phone, depending on what you do with it. Depending on what you do with it. Hey, man, I'm going to invite you to come back, man, in a couple of months and just check in with us, Brother Julian K. Smith. Tell us how we can be helpful to the Julian K. Smith Foundation.
My website, sharing the website is one way, jkssr.org. Also, the Cash App is JKSSR2020, and you can follow me on Instagram, Julian the General.
Julian the General.
That's it.
Ashe. Ladies and gentlemen, sisters and brothers, put your hands together for Julian K. Smith, also known as Julian the General. Because in this war we in, we got to have some generals.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? For real, for real, for real. And I did a check on my own research, and it's gonna be 62%, not 70 or 80%, 62% because 38% of black households are headed by married couples. But that was 2019. By 2022, because we know that half of all marriages end in divorce, so we can kind of adjust them numbers. Because, there's some marriages, many children don't start off with single parent families. But half of those who start out in families that are intact end up in families that are not, which was the case with me in my growing up. My dad left when I was like 10. So I went from being in a two-parent home to being in a single-parent home. So I know how to get down in both of them. You know what I'm saying? I respect it all. It's time to go, though. I appreciate my guest, Julian K. Smith. I appreciate my guest, Geneva Vanderhorst. And I appreciate you for getting down with me. And so it's time for me to roll. Turn the music up. Peace to the Archbishop and the Holy Family, to the below community I love so well, to my video engineer, Craig. Mingling! To my Cracker Research team, AC in the place to be. To my producer, C to the O to the Courtney Omega. And to the man in the box, the Grand Imperial Slice Master Supreme, on hand claps, applause, and various sound effects. Big, not little, and you. All I want you to do is love me, and I'ma love you black. I'll holler at you. Peace to the people, power to the people, and rule to the nasty, nasty. Dog tail.
Hypocrites, me no like them parasites. Them scheme by day, them plot by night, striving on the plight of the poor and the sufferers. Oh, Jah know them a backstabbers. Jah know them a bloodsuckers. I can't take them vampires, 'cause I'm a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. Free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. I'm fighting for what is right. No, not give up the fight. Fighting for truth and rights. Up full in a Jaja side. Fight, we have to fight, we have to fight. Fight, we have to fight with all we might. Fight, we have to fight, we have to fight. Fight, we keep out all them parasites. 'Cause I'm a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. Free up fighter. free up fighter. 'Cause I'm a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. I am a free up fighter. Run the track. Such a long time. I see the blood of my people is the lifeline, the substance of the beast. They have been shedding the blood of my people. They are sucking the blood of my people. Oh, it's the nature of the beast. Nature of the beast. Shedding the blood of my people. Sucking the blood of my people. Shedding the blood of my people. Sucking the blood of my people. The blood. Blood of my people. The blood. The blood. Blood of my people. The blood. No more. They devise all kinds of weapons, then using them to kill my people. Some are famous, dangerous and deadly weapons. RCBW, chemical and biological weapons, like AIDS and Ebola, weapons of genocide against my people. They're instigating strife and war among my people, setting up the climate for the blood to run. The blood have to run for the base to feast. Oh, it's the nature of the beast. Nature of the beast. Shedding the blood of my people. Sucking the blood of my people. Shedding the blood of my people. Sucking the blood of my people. The blood. Blood of my people. The blood. I cry. The blood. Blood of my people, the blood. The blood. Blood of my people, the blood. The blood. Blood of my people, the blood. They are shedding the blood of my people. They are sucking the blood of my people. They are shedding the blood of my people. They are sucking the blood of my people. No more shedding the blood of my people. No more sucking the blood of my people. No more shedding the blood of my people. No more sucking the blood of my people. No more, no more. Our blood will shed no more. No more, no more. Our blood will shed no
If it makes sense, we have to go and do it, you know.
been trapped by the demons of the beast. They are trying to destroy your mind and spirit, your heart and soul, your divine control. Before they violate your body and destroy your world, they are waging all kind of warfare to distract and confuse your mind. Break them shackles, break them chains. Don't let them control your brain. Break them shackles, break them chains. Even though them change your name. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up and free your mind. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up and free your mind. If they control your mind, they can control your thoughts. If they control your thoughts, they can control your actions. Prompting you to take their baits that will lead you to self-destruction. With your self-defeating, self-destructive actions, doing exactly what they want. As you fall in their trap, say, a pure manipulation. Them unleash, them demons and them beast to rape, ravage and feast. So wake up, oh people, to reality. Wake up and free your mind. Wake up, oh people, to reality. Wake up and free your mind. Wake up, wake up, wake up and free your mind. Wake up, wake up, wake up and free your mind. They create a school in shits in preparing your mind for manipulation with their lies and their propaganda. Desensitizing your minds for more lies and falsification. To the medias and their institutions with make up rules and more distractions. Confusing and mixing up your mind. Do you know what are their plans? I say it's mind control. Them evil Babylonians, they wanna steal your soul. So wake up, oh people, to reality. Wake up and free your mind. Wake up, oh people, to reality. Wake up and free your mind. Wake up, wake up, wake up and free your mind. Wake up, wake up, wake up and free your mind.